Woo! What's up, Internet? Gonzo here. Today we're gonna do the second part of the Borderlands 2 class skill tree thing. Yeah! So, first class I'm gonna go over is Soldier, and then I'm gonna go over the Assassin. The Soldier's kind of a disappointment in my eyes. He seems relatively the same. Just kind of a lot of either turret modifications or passive skills. So it's not the most exciting class to use, in my opinion. The ultimates are kind of cool, but the problem is, since there's only 50 points, you only can invest in one of them. So I think it'd be a fun class if you got more than if you could get two ultimate tree abilities. I don't know what to call them. I call them ultimates because of League of Legends. But if you could get two of them, then I feel like the Soldier would be a really fun class, but you can't, so it kind of screws with it a lot. So the first ultimate for one of the trees is that an extra gun is added, and it fires slag bullets, or both fire slag bullets, which is really good because then you can use elemental weapons with that tree and just kind of do a whole bunch of fire and corrosive and shock damage, which is kind of cool. The second skill, or the second ultimate, is when you throw it, a nuke is deployed and big explosions. And the third, which I consider to be the best, is the two turrets, or you can throw more than one turret. You can throw two. Yeah, more than one is two. Other notable kind of important items of the class is that it's a lot more reliant on grenades. And I think this will also kind of show how grenades are going to be a lot better, since, well, grenades in Borderlands 1 kind of sucked. Like, you used transfusion just because you had nothing else to use, and it was a heat-seeking health regenerator thing. So, hopefully they're a lot better, because otherwise the grenade talent's going to be kind of pointless. Another kind of cool perk is Ranger, which is a passive bonus for you get a passive bonus for every point you get in it, and it's 1% for every point. It's 1% gun damage, accuracy, crit hit damage, fire rate, magazine size, reload speed, and max health. So you can get up to 5% if you put 5 points in that, which is cool, but I wouldn't spec into it just because the other trees, it's not in the tree that you get two turrets from, and then it's too far down the line to actually get it with the residual points from the first tree. The other two cool skills is Phalanx Shield and Maglock. Phalanx Shield basically creates a bubble shield that you and your allies can shoot out of where your enemies can't shoot in. So that's, I think, going to be really good, because depending on the amount of time that the shield stays up, that can be kind of almost game breaking, I feel. And you can get two turrets because it's in the same skill tree as the Gemini perk, which gives you two. And another kind of funnish perk, I was totally scratching my balls there on camera, you didn't even know that, but I was. The other cool skill is Maglock, which basically means you can just throw it anywhere. And basically my Soldier build will just be kind of about making the turret fun to use. So I'd choose the cooldown perk, and so I'd get 25% cooldown reduction. And so I'd also spec into the middle tree, which is just kind of the residual points. And the only reason I really want to do this is to get longbow, which, if you remember the longbow grenades from the first Borderlands, basically you threw it in a direction and it just teleported to that direction, which I think will be fun because you're in a long hallway or something and you just want to throw a turret down all the way down and have it stick to the wall. I think that'd be kind of fun. And then you throw another turret down and it has a shield, and I don't know, I think that would be the funnest way to play the Soldier right now. Depending on if the DLC adds bonus levels, then you might want to spec into the far left tree to get the slag bullets and stuff like that, but I don't really know. Seems kind of a okay class. The Assassin, I'm going to move on to that now. The Assassin seems to be broken up into two main areas, melee and sniping. And then the middle tree is basically just you have leftover points, let's put them into random things, which is cool. Sniping, it's sniping. Yeah, it's fun, but there's just crit damage, reload speed, damage, damage. Lots of damage. That's kind of what the sniping class basically does. One kind of cool perk that I noticed was that the first bullet in your magazine can do up to, I think, 60% bonus damage. I'm not sure if that's the right number, but that's kind of a cool idea, and I think if they elemented in like a gun that was a single shot and then you had to reload it or something, but it was like all powerful and you could kill most things in one hit, I think that'd be really fun with the sniping talents and stuff like that. But other than that, I don't know. It's sniping. It's fun. I probably won't use that. I'll probably go for the melee, because the melee is a lot more like the siren from the first game, where if you spec into just phase locking, you basically just phase lock, kill two things, phase lock, kill two things, phase lock, kill things. Yes. And so I'm actually very excited for that. The melee tree is the bloodshed tree, which basically you want to put all the points in and then just go to the middle tree. The ultimate is that when you kill someone with a melee attack, you get re-stealthed, and this can be done multiple times, so I think it'll be really fun to just invest heavily in melee damage and stealth attack, stealth attack, stealth attack, stealth attack, and basically you just kind of kill anything that's weak. I'm not sure how often that'll work if you're in just like huge groups of enemies, but for like like where you got locked in a round and you had to survive, I think that'll be really fun, just stealth and kill random things and continually do that. Also, you can, what's it called? After the tree is maxed out, you can work on the cunning tree just because it's not sniping. And there's a couple of perks that, or not perks, a couple of skills that pique my interest. One is that you deathmark someone when you melee them, and that increases all damage dealt to them by 20% for 8 seconds, which is pretty good, except I don't know if it's on a cooldown or if it's every time you melee attack. If it was every time you melee attack, that seems kind of silly, because then you could just do massive melee damage since you're the assassin, and then you get the 20% bonus on top of that, and then it remarks them. I hope they kind of work around that, because that would be I feel like that would just be kind of bad. The ultimate in the cunning tree is that your action skill now throws like little knives that apply a random elemental effect, which is cool, but I really wouldn't use it. Like, compared to the re-stealthing after a kill, I think that's so much better. And then the sniping tree, let me just bring that up right quick. The sniping tree's final ultimate skill is that you get stacks every time you crit hit someone, and the stacks are crit hit damage per stack and damage per stack, and you get 6% crit hit damage and 5% damage just overall every time you get a critical hit. So I feel like if you're really accurate and you're good at sniping, that'll be a fun thing to use. But other than that, I would stick to melee, just because melee seems like a bucket full of nails, and a bucket full of nails is fun. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'm done with the video. Rate, comment, subscribe, like, favorite, leave feedback, and have a nice day.